This week on the Push Pull Legs podcast, we've got cereal, Magnums, Knight's plus size model thingy, Dan and Mike's photo shoot, and trapbar deadlifts. Three, two, one, I'm back.
Hey guys, welcome to the Push Pull Legs podcast with myself, Dammy.
And me, Tom Hope. What's going on, bro?
Hey, I forgot what I was going to say there. I genuinely nearly forgot because it's been that long.
It's been that long. It's been a whole 2 weeks. 2 weeks. People asking, "Where's the show?" People going, "Do you not put it up on Spotify anymore?" Yeah. If I put it online, it goes on Spotify. Like we're not that. So we're good. We're good.
But, mate,
we're back.
To be fair, mate, the eyebrows look good. It was worth it.
I mean, they are incredible, right? So I went and had surgery. For anybody who didn't know,
butt implants.
Butt implants. Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I decided to be an Instagram whore, some sort of blogger-ish influencer. There we go. That's what you are, Dan. I'm going to be an influencer. And I decided I need glutes. And training's just not about that, mate.
Overrated.
Not about training.
Overrated, isn't it,
Not about training. Didn't want to diet, so just went to LA for the week, basically. Last minute flight. Had to leave the penthouse. Absolutely awful. So, what's been going on in your little world?
Oh, not a lot, mate. Don't you mind me, mate. You fly off to LA and get surgery. Don't you mind me. I ain't got a podcast to record or anything. I was sat here waiting. Do you know what I mean? Don't worry about it, mate. I've been sat here waiting a week. I've been sat here waiting the whole time. I've not done it.
I heard you had open applications, so...
Yeah, mate, I'm going to get a new podcast host.
I like the fact that 172 episodes in, I've been on every single one.
Yeah.
It's consistent. You ain't. Twat.
Yeah, mate, you haven't now. You're one now, mate. I'm ahead of you in the street. So.
You were here. You're like, no. But yeah.
No, really, the real reason Tom was away is that, like I said before, he got so offended about the mannequin that he had to go design his own mannequin in China and come back, bring it and put it in the Nike store.
There must have been some other theories, I swear, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe there was. There wasn't any of the weird falling out or something like that. I was surprised by that.
It's more likely than anything.
100% more likely. Yeah, we bicker. Basically, an old married couple at this stage in our careers, lives. Yeah. But it wasn't that, mate. We've never fallen out. Weirdly. Strange.
No, we haven't actually, have we ever?
No. Oh, fuck you. All right.
Yeah, mate. I don't care enough about you.
All right, but we actually have to talk about... Ooh! Yeah. So, I'm going to tease Dan in front of him. And basically, I did say, on receiving this, would it be hilarious that if, all the way from America, I would open this in front of you and eat it?
Mate, you can. That's the kind of guy you are. It's fine. Do it. Don't worry about it.
So
basically, for those who don't know, Tom's holding up some cereal that someone brought him from America. That's what that noise is.
That's what that noise is, just in case you needed proof. So, yeah, I've already tried. So, pre-show meal was, we talked about the cinnamon frosted flakes before. They're good, yo. They're good.
They're great, is what they are.
They are great. I know. We made that joke earlier. I didn't really want to use it again, but we're good. 110 calories per 3/4 of a cup of serving. Weird way to put it.
Also known as a tablespoon.
Is it?
Probably. No, but really? It's not. Of course, it's not. I'm just saying, like the amount you would have in the. All
right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah. So half of it's in Spanish, so I don't really understand it. But it was so the
English
cinnamon. The English bits.
In English, please. No, it's fine.
No, I'm not going to go for the caloric content because that's boring as shit. They tasted good. They weren't as cinnamony with the milk as I thought they were going to be. And that was a good thing because...
Are they super sweet, though?
They are pretty sweet.
Good. I'm not going to lie.
But what I said to Dan was like, the smell from like the bag is pungently cinnamon. So... Yeah, and then we got
better than being pungent strawberry, mate.
Oh, mate, I bought some just on a whim. Thought it'd be good because so if you like shreddies, malt wheats by a home brand always better than actual shreddies. They kind of stick better. They're really nice. So I bought I don't know why I did this. Awful decision. Biggest regret of my life. Strong. And
That's it, really. I think the butt surgery.
Friends with you, definitely up there. Yeah, but there was strawberry milkshake, like Maltese of some sort. Oh, like this image of me throwing up everywhere. It was absolutely disgusting. But we got Dippin' Dots. They look like Oreos, cookies and cream. I haven't tried them yet, but dry. Tastes pretty good.
Interesting.
Taste pretty good.
But of course, over here, Tom, we've just had the white.
So you just no. You just told me this. So
Yeah.
what was the announcement?
Well, they've
Live
released
on the
white
show,
chocolate. They've released white chocolate Cocoa Pops in the UK, and as soon as they were released, I got sent it a couple of times by people, and my initial thought was elation. That was my initial feeling, was absolute elation.
I mean, yeah.
And the more I actually thought about it, the more I realised they cannot be as good as they sound. They just can't. Like, it can't be.
Well, will it be the case of, because obviously Crave do the white chocolate ones, but don't put them in a white chocolate by themselves.
Yeah, so do you know my theory about this?
Yeah,
you know,
it's like
we've talked about the theory of this, right?
Yeah.
About the caloric content per like 100 grams or the sugar content, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So that's why American cereals taste loads better, because they obviously don't have the same guidelines we do over here about how much sugar to put in.
Yeah.
So straight off the bat, Cocoa Pops used to be much better than they are now because of that, for that very reason. Same with Ricicles, same with Frosted Flakes. They used to have loads more sugar on than they do now. When I was a kid, Frosties were loads better than they are now, like a million times better.
they're not good now.
They're not as good now. And
Incredibly
this is my whole thing with it all. So it sounds great. You go, oh, it's brilliant. But I was like, on reflection, I don't think they're actually going to... I will try them, obviously, but they're never going to break the top 10 cereals. I can't imagine it, because the flavour just isn't going to be like with Cocoa Pops. It's not like it's really overly chocolatey anyway. So with a white chocolate, it's going to be even less of that taste, 'cause it's not quite as a strong taste. So I was a bit... After seeing it, I was like, yeah, it sounds all well and good, but it's not what you think it's going to be. And then I saw long-time listener and my client Jamie Ring's story, and he did a review of them.
He also did a story about listing coaches who to follow.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he put me in there, didn't he? I think.
I think he put you there, but
As long as he put me in there, that's fine.
Classically, I was on top of you. So.
Doesn't matter about the orders, though, does it, mate?
It definitely did. Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
Like always, I'm always on top, Dan.
Always, mate. Always
on top.
Yeah, I don't know why. But maybe it's just on hair. But yeah, he did a review. He did a review of it, and he just said exactly what I thought, which was that they were in your head, built up to be loads better than they are. Just tasted a bit milky, and they were like an inferior version of Ricicles. I was like, yep.
Ooh,
yeah, could have called it.
I like Ricicles.
I do like Ricicles, but I think I'd
like inferior of Ricicles.
Yeah,
not great.
I'm just gonna have Ricicles then, aren't I?
But we're also saying, do we trust Jamie Ring?
Well, yeah, we do, because he's in his top 3 cereals. He's got chocolate chip Weetabix minis and Crave. So
yeah, but he learned that from us. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but then he's got good taste because he listens to us. So you know, you'd think if his taste buds have been I suppose calibrated to our taste, then we're about right. I think.
Calibrated, nice. Yeah, you were struggling for a word. I was struggling for a word. You're like, I don't really know what to say.
That is the best word to use for it. That's exactly the right word.
Exactly right. Correct. All right. Yeah, is that enough to real chat? Never enough, mate. But also, just base it on food, because people probably already turned off. But I had an argument with. But basically, I had Kinder ice creams yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. They're like little, basically mini milks with a bit of chocolate on, right? Kinder chocolate, decent. They're only about 65 calories per one, so I had 4.
Of course you do. That's how calories work, because if it's a calorie, you can have more of it.
Yeah, exactly. But then this led into a discussion of, I knew the caloric content of Magnum straight away. Absolutely, 270, brilliant. And how do you eat your Magnum, Dan?
Chocolate off.
Correct answer. Absolute correct
answer. How do you eat it?
I was like, this is the technique. You can do like the advert first bite. Absolutely fine with that. Cool, you're replicating that. Cool. And then, but you don't just keep biting at it, and go chocolate and ice cream. You go, I'm going to take the chocolate off, bite the chocolate bits, leave enough ice cream, maybe have a little lick of that, fine, and then keep biting the chocolate, and then you go down like that, and then you have like kind of ice cream stick, right?
Yep.
That is like Magnum Techers. Unbelievable.
That's the only way.
That's the only way to do it. I mean, you know who you are.
Are there some heathens that just eat it, like bite, and then...
This person will listen to this show, and you know who you are. Awful. I'm going to buy you a Magnum and watch you eat it. My way.
I don't think I'd want to.
So that's going to be a training session, essentially. So we're good. Right, so let's go on to actual topics, because apologies, because we could have been incredibly current if I hadn't gone and got my my new boob job. Eyebrows done, sorry, mate. Yeah.
Come on, you get it right.
Well, I whilst I was there, I might as well just get the whole thing. So we missed the Nike. I've wrote a question mark because I couldn't remember what it was called, but I realised it's mannequin. But in my notes I've written Nike plus size model thing. Question mark.
Brilliant. Same thing, mate.
Same thing. And actually, I did actually put a post up on this. You talk about it, Dan, because I kind of asked for people's thoughts.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously,
I believe I can look that up on Instagram. You Instagram man.
I say everyone knows about it. I'm sure everyone doesn't know about it, but
Dan was
basically,
a little bit pissed off that I had some glass of wine before the show. By the way.
Yeah, Tom's a bit pissed, by the way. So basically, the Nike store in London have put a plus size mannequin in their store to model some of their clothing. Like plus size, for those who maybe aren't aware, means on the larger side. So the mannequin would have resembled someone who was a bit overweight potentially. Again, what is overweight these days and all that sort of shit. But anyway, you get the idea. And I'll tell you what, my initial thoughts of when I first saw it was I couldn't believe the uproar and the comments and the general debate around it. I saw it and just didn't even think anything. I was just so indifferent to seeing it. I was like, why is this? Why is it an issue? I was like, I don't look at it and think good or bad. I didn't even register. I was like, okay, brilliant. So what's the problem? I was just a bit confused by it all. And then I thought about it, and I've read some of the things since, and I still don't get it. I still don't get the issue. A company want to sell clothing to people, and they've used a variety of mannequins to display their clothing to sell it to them. Yeah. They want to reach a wide variety of people. Brilliant. The fitness industry is in uproar, and I'm like, but how are the overweight people supposed to buy clothes to work out in to lose the weight if you're having a go at them, or having a go at Nike for promoting the fact that they sell their clothes? So what, do overweight people not buy clothes anymore, like not buy fitness wear anymore? Like, where are they supposed to go? Ridiculous. And I was like, and then I saw the whole arguments about it normalising being overweight or obese. I was like, it's not normalising it. It's helping them. It's helping them. They sell active wear. It's in the name, active wear. And I was just a bit like, maybe I'm. I don't know how it's going to sound, but maybe I am a bit out of touch with that side of the industry.
Yeah, you say that again, mate.
Yeah, I'm a bit out of touch. Full stop. But with that element of the industry, and I suppose, you know, the people who maybe don't feel like they can enter a gym for fear of judgment, all that sort of stuff. I don't deal with a huge number of people who would be maybe, you know, that way inclined. So I don't know how they feel. I don't know all this sort of stuff. But I couldn't help but feel that it's just ostracizing them even more than they already probably felt by having a big debate about it. And even saying, like, even the fit pros are being like, oh, it's okay, like, you know, let's welcome them as if they're like different people. Yeah. Like, I was like, what are you talking? They're just people. Like, I just couldn't believe the fact that Fitbro was like, no, it's okay, fat people, you can still work out. Like, we'll support you. I was like, oh my god, like, just ignore it. Like, I just didn't even think. Honest to God, I didn't even think anything when I saw it. I didn't even have good or bad. I didn't register on anything. And that's what I can't understand. I don't get it. But that's just me. I don't even think that it is in any way, shape or form being like accepting obesity or accepting, what's it called? Fat acceptance or whatever it's called. It's not even that. It's not even that. Because how else are they going to
body positivity, all that crap. But yeah, I don't get it. I'm sorry. I was trying.
How are they supposed to know what it looks like on them?
I realised when I put the story up, then a bunch of people gave me their thoughts. But I can't figure out in the 2 seconds I'm going to look for it how to do it. So I'm trying to click on the post.
I didn't post about it because
I posted about it because I just wanted to see people's thoughts, but it was on.
I just didn't get it. I didn't get why it was newsworthy.
A lot of people did as well. So some of the issues that I had, some of the fitness professionals that were posting about it or getting like, oh yeah, these people. Well, number one, I think I messaged you then I was like, all right, there's this person was getting annoyed that fitness professionals were getting angry about it. I was like, cool, they can have their own opinion. It's a stupid opinion, but they can have their own opinion. Yeah. And they were like, oh, but they can't get clients, so that they shouldn't be talking about this, so they should be focusing on the business. I was like, hang on, mate. Like, doesn't mean we can't talk about it. I was like, that fence that both myself and Dan have full client lists, and we can still fucking talk about it. Both have an opinion. Absolutely fine. I'm sure we're not going to lose anybody based off that, but it's very strange. That was a bit annoying.
I do get those opinions as well, though. I do understand some of those opinions of people who are like slagging them off, but like you say, don't. I think what they're trying to get out there is understanding that demographic, understanding that these people need help, and being more aware and accepting of them and all that. I
understand that they probably are their client base, and they're just kind of alienating them a little bit. So.
I just don't. That's why I'm just at a loss with it. You can hear. I'm just at a loss. I don't get it. I don't get the opinions. I get people have an opinion, and look, we can all like me and Mike do videos on it. We joke about just stop eating fucking cake or whatever. And we there's obviously a whole like massive thing that goes into it. Like it's not just a case of fat shaming people into losing weight. And someone even put a study up the other day. I think it may have been Ben Carpenter posted it potentially on Instagram. Someone posted on Instagram and I saw it.
That is, mate.
And it basically said, it gave a study and it showed the results of this study, and basically they had a group of people who were fat shamed. Like this was in an actual study. They were fat shamed by a video, I think it was, and then a control group, and they were then asked to stick to these certain diets or whatever. And basically, the group that were fat shamed didn't do as well as those that weren't. So it's like you can't just do that. Like it doesn't help. It might help the odd person here or there. It might motivate them, beyond belief. Like you hear about people who are really overweight, their girlfriend dumps them because they're fat, and then they lose all the weight, and it's amazing. But that doesn't happen as often as the other way it does. But I saw that, and I just don't get it. I don't. I don't know. I don't care. I just don't care. I just don't care about it. I don't care about people. I don't care about the opinions of fit pros who are moaning about it one way or the other. I don't think it's them for them to give their opinion.
It's just bonkers. I don't really. I'm sure
it's
like
a business decision by Nike to sell more clothes.
Yeah, they're selling more clothes.
They're
and I'm pretty sure if you went to, I'm going to name a company that probably made their name on selling to slightly larger individuals. Giacomo. 100%. They have oversized. They have larger mannequins in there that they're selling their clothes on. Then don't see any news about that, mate.
They use larger models as well, like Johnny Vegas and that.
Absolutely fine. Like Freddie Flintoff, like lads, yeah, brilliant. All right, but it's really strange. I found. It's just the fact that like, great, cool. Well, where they weren't going to hang their.
It's like soon they're going to be like, oh, they were selling trainers to people that dressed like goths. They put a goth mannequin.
Hey, leave the goths out.
So what?
Dude, my friends.
Yeah, it was an easy pick, mate. Sorry, but. I just don't get it. It's like, that running shoe company have been selling shoes, with their runners in their mannequins. They look like runners. No fucking shit they do. They're trying to sell it to runners.
Are you drunk? I don't know.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't understand. Like, they're a massive global company that are trying to help people be more active.
Yeah. Ridiculous. Providing them clothes, absolutely fine. And guess what? It would look ridiculous if they put the 16 size like on a size 0 or something like that. So it would be baggy. We would see what it fit. Awful.
I just don't.
The purpose of the mannequin was to, all right, that looks nice. Cool. All right, wonderful. Now it's on display. That's the size of there. So absolutely fine. Don't really understand. Bonkers. Absolutely bonkers, mate. Very strange.
Well, I don't know. I suppose maybe people thought he might have other opinions on it, maybe.
Outrageous.
A bit more outspoken on things. But that sort of thing, it's just not an issue. It's such a non-issue.
It's just marketing.
I just don't get like how a paper went mad on it. Like, I know why they did. Again, same reason that Nike put the mannequin to sell the clothes in. To sell papers. That's exactly why they do it.
Well, that's what the a lot of people are like, they're just doing it as a marketing scheme. Well, it fucking worked, didn't it?
Exactly.
They've got so much.
Exactly. Like, I don't understand how, because the Telegraph there are going to get more people that read their paper who have that same view as them. So they're aligning with their audience. Like, anytime you put controversial information out, you get people who align with you. Like, that's exactly the way it works in marketing.
Nike got a load of free press, so we're good.
Exactly.
We're good.
I'll tell you what. I bet you quite a few oversized people, whatever you know, went and bought some clothing because they went, oh, actually, they do have that sort of size stuff in there.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
I don't see how. Again, the people who. This is what frustrates me about human beings.
You get frustrated? No.
Yeah, and how stupid they are. It's like, I used this example the other day. We talked about football, but it's the same here. It's like they've created this argument so that people fly off the chain, and then they get annoyed about it, and then there's more publicity, and then they make more money, and then that's just all about. It's like making money. They don't actually give a shit. They just want to make more money. And it's like the football fans who like sit there and go, "Football's so expensive. It's too expensive." And like, you're buying the shirts, you're going to the games, you're paying their fucking wages, you moron. Like, don't go. Like, don't get a Sky Sports subscription. It's like it's just they're just idiots. They just don't understand, and it's just like the level of knowledge of the average person is ridiculous.
Is this the bring out the Dan's average person quote? What is it?
I love that.
It's so good. I think I used it the other day. I was like, was it the imagine how stupid the average person is, and then realise they're average and 50% of the population is stupider than them.
Yeah, and it applies to all walks of life. It applies to everything. It applies to everything. Like, just imagine how stupid the average person is, and remember that 50% of people are more stupid than that. That tells you everything you need to know about people, in my opinion.
100%. Yeah. Anyway, that's enough on that, mate. Because we both were doing things this over the weekend that you can probably talk about. Because some of your clients and some of Mike's clients did a photo shoot, and one of the questions that I've actually been asked, based off your clientele, is, do you have to do a photo shoot to be Dan's client?
Yeah, so there's like this...
yeah, well, all right. That wasn't the answer that I gave.
It's funny, actually, because I had a call with someone the other week, and they said the same thing. They were like,
if you don't get your kit off, then you're not my client.
Yeah. So do you just do photo shoots? Do you just do competitions? I was like, no, not at all. Like, I work with loads of different people. And it's funny because like, at the shoot, we had the same sort of questions come up from the people there. And actually, the funniest thing about it was, a lot of them, when they first signed up, that was never their goal.
No.
Never in a million years. We just said, we're going to put one on if you fancy doing it. And so many people then were like, yeah, I'll step outside my comfort zone. I'll do it. I'll diet for something. Like, it's something to show off. And the great thing about photo shoots, and the reason that I love them, and why I'm not a huge fan of bodybuilding competitions per se, is that with a photo shoot, you get exactly what you want out of it. There's no placing, so you don't like win or lose. You win, whatever, regardless, whatever shape you're in, because you're in the best shape of your life usually at a photo shoot, or you've dieted for it, and it's great. You get all the shots you want to get. But every single person there came together. They all had a common goal, all different shapes and sizes, all in different stages of their journey, as it were. Fitness journey, hate that, fitness journey. But there were some people there who were absolutely ripped and shredded. Some people there managed to diet down from size 18 to size 12 or whatever, and they all felt amazing, confident, and all that sort of stuff. But the best thing out of it was that they all said afterwards that they could never, ever imagine themselves doing it, and that's not why they signed up. But because of the way that we've coached them and the way that we've gone about it with them, they felt comfortable enough and they felt empowered enough to do it and to feel like that. And it's not something that we push on people. It's something that we just say, look, if you want to do it, it's you can do it. And it's amazing how when people are coached properly and they enjoy aspects of their diet and they enjoy their training, they see their body change, their physique change, it's like, well, why not actually sort of go for that point in time, go, right, I want to mark this as an event. I want to say, look, these are the photos, this is how I look, this is the work I put in, and it's almost like the culmination of all that work, and it's a way for you to show that off and go, well, that's what I did. And if having a professional photographer take your photo, you're always going to look your best. Like, it's just the way it is. And the other thing about it is fitness shoots cost £400-500, and obviously doing it in a group, it's a fraction of the price. So there's also that element to it as well, and it's not as daunting if you're as a group rather than on your own and all this sort of stuff. And that was probably the longest way to say no, you don't have to do a photo shoot. But I wanted to get across the feeling that came from the weekend, because we loved it. Like, we had a great time, and everyone there, like, I posted a lot of the messages that I got sent afterwards on my story, and it is amazing to see everyone. Like I said, 90% of them would never ever have thought of doing it, ever. But they, like I said, they enjoy it enough.
Good.
But maybe in the future we'll just go, yeah, you have to do a photo shoot. But for now you don't. For now you don't at all. Like I say, it's purely voluntary. It's not like you sign up and like you get thrown in front of a camera or whatever. Imagine that. But yeah, I just like doing them. I think they're good. I think they're good to do. I think that a lot of people there sort of had the question of, well, what's that for? What are you doing it for? Like, where are they going to be? Where the picture's going? It's like, no, it's just for me. Like, it doesn't have to be for anything. It's just I'm just having a photo shoot. This
is probably the best that they've ever looked in their eyes, or the leanest, or whatever. And it's an accomplishment. It's like a life thing. So yeah, I'm all in favour. I have no business stepping on stage, all that fucking crap. But
I'm the same. I'm exactly the same.
People can 100% do it. That's what they want to do, 1,000%, and I will help them all the way. But that's not me. But photo shoot, I even messaged Dan. I was like, actually, you said in November. And I was like, shall I go out on a limb and say it on the show that I'll do it?
If you want, mate. But no, you said, but my brother did this one. My brother was like, my brother messaged me like in February time, and he was
way better than you, mate.
Yeah, and he was like, so what do you reckon? And I was like, just do it. I was like, the second you commit to it and pay the money, you're like, you don't want to turn up and not in good shape. Like, you're like, I've got a diet now. Like, I've actually got a diet. Like, and we were going to do it, but we
ate too much cake.
Can we bothered in the end? Like, it's funny, but no, business and work kind of took over a little bit. But it was it's one of those things where a lot of the guys were like, oh, can we do the next one in November? And I was like, well, there's no point, because you won't have actually improved from June. Like, again, the whole point of this is that do next June maybe, and you'll have put on some muscle, you'll have changed shape and all that sort of stuff. So there's also that element to it where it's not something you can do all the time, which is why it is good to put a timestamp on it almost and go, well, that was me 2 years ago, that was me now, that was me. So I might do another one next year, and that'll be a few years since I've last done one, so you can look over the progress. And
should I do it just before I'm 30? There's a timestamp.
What, because 30 is so old?
30 is incredible.
It is really old. I feel really old. But yeah, like, I think it's something to. And the reason I like the June date as well is because you can enjoy Christmas and that. Basically, around January time, go, right, come on, time to sort it out. Like, let's diet, and it gives you that thing to diet for like, I say the summer. We haven't had one of them yet, have we? But
has that happened? No, has that happened yet? Is it?
Yeah, it really hasn't happened, has it?
That was in February, I believe.
Yeah, we had that, didn't we? But yeah, no, it's great. Like, it's just an option that we give our clients. Not everyone obviously goes, takes up on the offer. Not everyone wants to do it, and that's cool as well. People just get ready for holidays, or just, and again, you get that perception from people a lot that like, oh, so your client's just about fat loss. And I was like, no, I've still got a client I had ever since I started 3.5 years ago, and he's gone through phases of muscle gain, fat loss, and it's just like having a trainer, right? Like you have. It's like it's not. You don't have like an online coach just for a set period of time and go, that's my goal. You can do, but it doesn't have to be like that. And it's that whole thing of, no, this is just like you have a personal trainer. You get stronger, you get fitter, you get healthier, you fit it around your life. Yeah. It becomes something that you just do.
Yeah. Pretty much. I can't really go any further on that, mate. It's good.
And yes, Tommy's going to do one of the photo shoots. Don't worry.
I will. Why not?
You will.
Why not? I mean, Dan can complain about me being too fat.
We need to see your butt implants, mate.
I know.
So.
And I can finally get rid of fat jokes.
Yeah.
At some point,
I'll definitely have to do that one with you though. Because it was funny at the weekend. I was like, I turned to Mike and I was like, oh, I'm actually pretty motivated. I actually want to do a shoot now. And I was like, and then I realised it's only because my brother was there in better shape than me. If he wasn't there, I wouldn't have been that bothered about doing one. But when I saw him, I was like, you little twat, this is my thing, not yours. So that annoyed me, but other than that, yeah. There you go, mate. Look, see, straight away on Instagram. Look at that white chocolate cocoa pops.
Jesus, that's so close to the camera. I can't see a thing, mate. It's like you don't know what technology works because you've got the blur screen on, so therefore it just blurs itself. We both discovered that we can blur the background on Skype, so we can have people do weird stuff. I guess in the background. That's what Dan wants to do. Don't know what's happening really. I mean, there's some bonkers stuff happening at the back, like over there, mate. Like if you look behind you, Jesus.
I'm just going to say to you right now, on the packet of Cocoa Pops, the white chocolate, it says white chocolate Cocoa Pops, and it says on the packet 30% less sugar. Don't want them then. Where's the full sugar version?
30% less sugar. There should be like a diabetic version. That's that one, and then just a normal person version.
People like. If people weren't so fucking greedy, right, we'd be able to have normal amounts of sugar in our cereal. Ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, mate.
I'm annoyed now.
Right, let's do a little bit of training talk because we discussed photo shoots and dieting and stuff. Two things kind of lay into each other, but not really. I put a poll out the other day and it actually sparked a surprising amount of discussion and between people, and annoying amount of. No, actually, you know what sparked the most annoying amount of DMs? Did a trap bar post. Obviously, this was what we were talking about. So trap bar deadlifting. And how many DMs did I get about my actual trap bar deadlift? And how many DMs did I get about my socks?
Oh, the ratio must have been 9-1 in favour of the socks.
Yeah, I'd go 10, maybe 10, 11 to 1. Absolutely madness. Yeah, I bought one black sock and one white sock. I mean, I will mix those white chocolate Cocoa Pops with normal Cocoa Pops.
I don't see the point, mate.
I just will. Bother. Just for the sake of pissing people off, I will. That's the kind of person I am. But the trap bar deadlift and the normal deadlift, put a vote on. Also, I got told the question was a little bit too leading. So I said trap bars are better than straight bar deadlifts. Discuss. I left it open for discussion. Absolutely fine. And then decided which one's better, trap barring and Olympic flat barring. Dan voted for the Olympic flat bar because I remember that because both Dan and Josh did. Brilliant. But that's down to preference. 100%. But it was 58.
If I had to pick one for clients, though,
I don't know how many people voted. 150, 200. I don't know, something like that. But
you've got that many people follow you on Instagram. Fucking hell.
That's just minimal, mate.
I again, that's just like you said, personal preference for me.
So trap bar 58%, Olympic bar 42%.
Yeah, for me, I'd go Olympic bar. But then, if I was still doing 1-to-1 PT with most people, I would say most people would probably be better off with trap bar.
Yep. Discussion over.
There you go. Simple as that, mate. I've still got knowledge, mate. I still know what I'm doing.
Yeah, so I think the issue was people were like, "Oh, but why do you do that? Like, it's not a real deadlift." I was like, "All right, define that." I was like, "Yeah, but define a real deadlift is maximal hip flexion with minimal knee flexion. So that's max bend you can get through your hips with a nice straight back, straight lumbar, and the minimal amount of bend you can get through your knees."
That is the worst comment.
Worst comment ever. Right? And then
that's like saying, Bulgarian squat's not a squat. Mine it is. Or front squat's not a squat. It is a squat, isn't it? It is a squat.
Well, still, exactly deadlift. You're pulling it off the floor. Brilliant. That's the class of deadlift. So, and then I kind of said, I was like, probably 98% of people I'm going to program a trap bar for, no matter what, based off what they do. Also, the people there was a comment on. I said I don't mind it if it's squatty. So I don't. It's like because it depends on what I'm trying to do. Maybe the reason why I was doing that a little bit squatty because I was looking for engagement of my VMO and my quads. Because I was looking for that to happen. Because I wanted that to happen. So I wanted leg drive. That's why I turned it into a squatty lift. Which originally was called a squat lift of some sort, wasn't it? I think that trap bar. It wasn't called trap bar deadlift. It was something like a squat lift or something like that. Just a lift. Lift just means to take it up. We know that from
take
FMS.
It where?
Up! I said,
I thought that's what you said.
I went northern. Speaking to you, like, I'm mimicking you, Dan. Flattery. Yeah. Absolute flattery. Bath. I'm not doing that. Grass. Put some grass in Bath. How do you do that? But yeah, based off people's physiology and the fact that they don't need to, the only people that I would need to use the powerlifters and ollie lifters, really. Yeah. And then I'd argue that most athletes or like football players, NFL players, big in this, right? So you probably go to Exos or Altis or all these guys, Mike Robertson's training systems, crazies. They probably don't use a lot of like actual deadlift bars, like Texas bars, or they probably trap bar a lot, just because of the development. So you can do speed work with them, you can do jumping, you can do all this speed strength, all this kind of business, which is very hard. It's a bit harder to do with Olympic bar. So that's my preference. It covers a little bit more of both squat and deadlift as well, because you can manipulate it a little bit better. Can't really do that because you end up hinging too soon, or flexing your knee too soon. So that is the reason why ultimate gains. You'd be a better athlete if you do trap more.
Ooh, controversial.
There, say it. Which leads me on to my next discussion. And it wasn't sparked by Josh and his Integra gang, which it was Integra at the weekend. He was at Integra. I was at FMS2. Woo! Different spectrums going on there. It was quite
About to say, how the fuck do you explain that to each other? Where's your mate? Oh, don't worry about it.
Don't worry. He's doing corrective systems and functional movement screening. Oh, cool. Yeah, that sounds good. All right. And what's he doing? Yeah. Integra education. Lots of biomechanics. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Very different. It was interesting. I get on with so Stuart Elwell is go look him up. Go follow him on Instagram. I did tag him in a post. He's the FMS guy for here. Lovely chap. So I spoke to him for a couple of days, and then I caught up with Michael Goldrin, who did ask about the show, but we ended up talking about other stuff as well. He was very interested in what I was doing. Weirdly, I don't know why.
Why, mate?
Yeah, he was like, "What's the FMS?"
Don't worry about it, mate.
Don't even worry.
Useless.
But it sparked a conversation of just through either of these principles or these methods, like bodybuilding or corrective exercise, and it's the word that I'm going to use a hell of a lot. I think I use hell of a lot when I teach training, is training with intent and not training just kind of half-ass. And it annoys me, especially when maybe I do a lot of power and speed and strength and stuff, and it's like, all right, I want you to move that with intent. I want you to lift it with intent to lift. So it's forcibly. It's not over a long period of time. It's not lazily. You're not losing tension. All this kind of stuff. And it kind of got me thinking about, especially because I've been training in Canary Wharf a little bit more now, just due to being over there doing a lot of stuff. And I feel like with there I can train with more intent because of the environment compared to, say, in Marylebone. It was just quite interesting. Now, do you agree or disagree? You don't
I agree.
With intent?
I think it does make a difference. Definitely.
I think we've talked about actual forceful reps or reps that actually, I don't know, do stuff, stimulated reps, I guess, because maybe the first few, if you half-ass a couple of sets and then you're not really doing it, they're probably not stimulating the muscle enough for any kind of growth. You're not actually tearing sarcomeres. You're not doing all this cool stuff that you think you're doing whilst training. You see these guys that are training all the time, they're just maintaining, never look any better, never lift any weights any heavier, over time. Yeah, it's probably down to progressive overload, but you've probably seen them train and they probably never go after it. Every now and again, I feel like there's got to be a session where you're like, I'm going to absolutely fucking go for this.
Yeah, I had one the other day. I was doing deadlifts and squats the week before the one I just had. I set some rep PBs that I was not expecting to do, and
you still say PB. I think I've done PR now.
Yeah. PR or PB. And I think there's an element to it which I am really enjoying about my own training, and I think that it's really important. But as a side note, you can get really good results not training particularly intently. As I found out the other day, my client Nat, who did the photo shoot, she's completely transformed her shape. Looks incredible, right? Legs have grown, got loads stronger. I was in the gym the other day, because I trained at the same gym as her, lucky for her. And she was doing leg press. And I was like, oh, Nat, how many reps you got down? Written on there. How many reps you got down? 3 sets of 14 it was, something like that. I was like, okay, cool. So last set you're going for as many reps as you can, right? She's like, yeah, of course. So I looked at the weight she'd done for the first 2 reps of 14, and it's a good weight, sort of decent number of plates on each side. I think she had 2 or 3 aside, can't remember what it was. So on the last set I was like, I'll spot you on the last set. I was like, you're going for it, so I'll spot you. Might as well make the most of it. 14 reps was the target. You got 36. I'm not even joking.
Nat, if you're listening,
I was like,
training within yourself.
I was like, Nat, come on, I just helped you. And bear in mind, maybe the last 5 reps, right? Maybe the last 5 reps, I helped her a little bit, right? Touched it. And I think at rep 28, she might have had a bit of a pause for 10 seconds, and then she did a few more. So we won't even count that. Call it 28. Call it 28. We won't even count that. But I said to her, look, you've doubled the amount of reps there. I was like, like, yes, I'm here and I'm your coach, and that makes a difference. I get it, understand.
Never made a difference to me, mate.
I was like, but even if that was the case, that's probably only extra 4 reps. I was like, so then we're at 24. I was like, so you're 10 reps, like within yourself, you're 10 reps in reserve. I was like, that's like a whole set. I was just like, and it's just funny how, like, you know, I think sometimes people don't know they can get to that place.
Yeah.
Something like a leg press is pretty safe, it's pretty secure. Like, I know when I'm on a leg press and I'm training hard, I know that I've probably got 3, 4, 5 left in me, and that's fine because I know I have, because I've been to that place that's dark and horrible.
We've done it, right? We've done like leg press like ladders, and we won't let each other step off basically until you cannot walk off. And it's not nice. It's not nice. It's kind of a sadistic sensation, but we've been there to absolute fail. I passed out from training before. Good fun. Not advisable, but I feel like there's a switch where you go after something sometimes, and you'll be like, yeah, this is worth it today. But maybe that was it. You just inspired us so much, Dan.
Yeah, maybe there's elements to that, but you know, I think sometimes that we have to just be. And obviously, she was in the last, you know, couple of weeks before a photo shoot, and she might be a bit fatigued and tired, and I get that. But I think it's important that every so often we are pushed, whether we train with people or train with friends or something like that. It does help you give that little push to make you realise what's achievable, and I think it's vital that people. I would much rather my clients, if they had 6 exercises to do, I'd rather they just did the first 3 and fucking smashed them to pieces, did train with intensity, went to failure on it, and then can the last 3, than just half-arsed all 6. You know, obviously you can't do that every week, but again, it's what you do consistently. I'd rather they did that, and I've started now doing it with a lot of my clients, is reducing the amount of actual volume. So now if I'm doing, like, say they've got 3 sets of back squats, say, rather than doing like, I'll do 3 sets of 6 or do 6-5-4 or something, I'll just program 2 sets. And on the last one, I'll go, yeah, AMRAP. I was like, the same weight you just used on the last set. I was like, as many reps as you can. And then when you look at it, it looks like a lot less volume, because you're like, well, I don't know how many reps I'm going to do, because you can't calculate the volume until you've done it. And sometimes it's that whole thing of doing that and making sure that you are pushing yourself. Because then you have to do more, because then you're not going to hit enough volume to grow. So it's like, well, you have to make sure you're doing it. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I think about it. But no one cares what I think.
No one cares what you think, mate. So it's good. All right. I think we're coming to the end of the show. We'll keep it to a nice tight kind of 40 to 45.
Yeah, well, we technically owe everyone a week, don't we?
I know. And if somebody there was like, you're going to give us a 2-hour special. I was like,
no one wants that.
I was like, well, we haven't got Josh on, so we can't, or we got to invite like Mike McDonald on and just let him go.
Let him go.
Yeah, we're not doing that. So, yeah, any other business, Daniel?
No, none from moi.
None from you?
No. Oh, only that I've got a waiting list for coaching now. So if you do want to be coached by me, you need to go on my waiting list.
High five, mate.
I know, virtual high five. So yeah, I've got.
Well, you're not even doing it, man. That's just lame.
Mate, they can't see, can they, mate? They can't see.
I can.
Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty cool. But there's quite a few people on it already, actually. To be fair, so
good.
You know, if it's something you want to do in the future at some point, then that's the place that will.
So I can't have you as a coach if I prep for that shoot.
No.
Oh wow.
Well, I mean, if you got on the waiting list, maybe. You never know.
I'm not paying you a dime, mate. Jesus Christ.
Mate, it's alright, mate. I'll just give you a set of macros and hit them and just get on with it. I won't actually have to coach you. I won't have to ring you every week, but do you know what I mean? It's only my time. I just don't have enough time in my week. So we do the podcast. We could do like we could do your check-ins live on the podcast.
Oh, wow.
There you go. How about that?
If people want that to happen, DM us.
Damn, I fucking hate you. You're a dick. Brilliant. Just grind harder, bro. So if it's something you're thinking about, get on the list, because I will only email out when there's slots available, and I'll probably get maybe like 1 to 2.
I'm not on your email list.
For that. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not talking to you now.
All right, okay. I thought you were talking to me.
So yeah, I'll probably get 1 to 2 spaces, maybe a month come up. So like I said, that list will be the first place to know. So even if you're thinking September or you're thinking next year, whatever, you know, that's where I'm going to tell people when I've got a space, not anywhere else. So get on it. But that's it. That's my only news.
Cool.
Yeah, and you don't have to be doing a photo shoot. Don't worry about it.
No,
you don't have to be. You can be if you want. You don't have to be.
You can look like Dan. Absolutely fine.
Well, no one's going to join now.
No,
Well, thanks, mate.
That's right. No business with me, mate. I don't have to announce I'm not taking any clients. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, no one's going to travel to London and train me anyway.
I know no one's to train me anyway, so
It's far too expensive. Well,
I know.
ridiculous.
Take out a mortgage, but you. No business, mate. Apart from, I think we've just completed, almost completed, personal training level 4, which is going to be interesting. Oh, we third space. We probably haven't done a show since then. We got, we were audited, etc. Myself, Josh, Henry, and Carl. We are all the education gang. Operation Nobody Lifts, basically. We all educate but don't lift. It's kind of, if you can't do, teach, right?
Exactly that, mate. That's what you do.
They're like, these guys? What? Yeah, what did we get? Industry excellence of some sort for education. So, from,
mate, I hate to be harsh, but
it was lovely.
It's not really hard, is it? In our industry, mate. Fucking hell.
That's why we're setting the bar, mate. We're setting the bar.
Yeah, you're setting the bar. Well done. So you're just one above. You're just one above booty shots on Instagram. There we go. That's the standard, guys.
Is that it? No, it's good fun though. It's going to go through a whole cycle by the end of the year, so it'll be interesting. You never know. There might be some future plans to put it out to general public,
Well,
which would be fun. Some sort of actual personal training qualification that is relevant. But who knows that, mate? Watch this space. Won't be in the next couple of years, maybe. Cool, mate.
Well, I'll have mine by then. I'll have mine out by then, mate. Don't worry about it.
Okay. Your online one.
Can you imagine?
Send macros.
That's it. How to send macros? Well, you just guess, mate. Fucking put numbers down on a page.
Wicked calculator. If you type in macro calculator in Google and then do that.
I'd love it if people actually think that's what I do. Like, I don't like. Just disclaimer. That's not what I'm joking. That's a joke.
He does do it. Like I've seen him do it. Like he was like, Tom, look at this. I'm joking.
Tom, all I did was just change my clients' magazines, and I did nothing else. I didn't
do
speak to
anything
them.
else.
I didn't give them a training plan. Nothing.
All right. Enough for true pine counts, mate. All right. I'm gonna go eat your cereal and have a good night. See you next week, guys.
Catch you later.